Welcome back. So what are we thinking about today? I want this video to be very short. So today we are thinking out loud about dating somebody for their potential. So this is something that I realized that I used to do a lot. Like I would date somebody based on who they can be, with the intention of me, of course, helping them be that person. But then I realized that it can be very toxic depending on which side you are of this little thing. So today, before we watch the TikTok video, let me just, share what I thought first. Let me just share my experience first, and then we will watch that TikTok video, because most of the things in there just, let me just share my story. So I didn't really notice it at first that I was dating based on potential, because dating based on potential, this is what we do. You date somebody who doesn't currently have what you want, but they could be that person. They could be that version that you really want in a partner. So you date them with the intention of helping them reach that potential. But the problem is when that person has no interest in reaching that potential, when that person has no interest, maybe doesn't even know that they could be that person, maybe they don't even know about this potential that you see in them. To them, you coming and saying, you would be so much better, or you would do so much better if you just stopped doing this. If you started doing this, you would be so much better if you stopped drinking. But the thing is, you dated this person knowing who they are and what they do, and they have no interest in changing whatsoever. Like, imagine me dating somebody who drinks, and I'm like, if you would just quit alcohol. Ma'am. It's like, ma'am, you dated this person. You dated me knowing very well that I drink. So why are you coming into my life and every day you are nagging me, trying to get me to quit alcohol? It's like, go date somebody who doesn't drink and leave me alone. So imagine that. But from somebody who is like, I'm just trying to help you be a better person and reach your goals and reach this potential that I know you can be this person that you can be. And the person is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about. You are just making up fantasies about me. You have this version of me in your head that I have no interest in. I am not interested in that version, and I'm not going to change and be who you want me to be. Do you see how deep now that is? Like, it is, now you are the toxic one. Because here you're coming to this person telling them, hey, oh my God. Like, imagine, from that point of view, you are toxic. They might even think you are manipulative, because you have this idea of who they are in your head, and you're trying to get them to be that person. They might even go an extra mile and say, you're just trying to turn me into a doll, into what you like. And imagine that. And you thought you were just, you were doing something good for this person. And also, in the clip that we're going to watch, she talked about how you, in a relationship where you are dating somebody based on potential, you are always trying to teach them something. You're always just trying to teach them something, to show them that, this can be this, and then you can be this. You're just always trying to teach them something. Now imagine that the person on the receiving end, at some point, they might even think you are a little bit conniving, that you are always undermining them. You are always, trying to say, do this, you can do this better, you can do this better. And it's like, your intentions, you mean well. But it depends on the person on the receiving end. If that person has no interest in achieving this potential and doesn't even know that they have this potential that you see, they can't see it, your efforts will be considered toxic. What you were doing will be considered toxic. But But what I've learned is that, you know how we are all working on ourselves every day, we are trying to develop and grow, right? So this thing of dating on potential would only work if the person you are dating, if the person you are interested in, on their own, they are working on pursuing that potential. They are working on being that person. They see what you see. They saw it first. You don't have to come in and try to teach them or show them this version of themselves that you think they can be. No, they see it and they're working towards that. And you coming in, now you are just coming in as a support. You are not coming in as a mentor, as somebody who's always teaching and teaching. No, you're just supporting them because they have this figured out. They know they can be this person that you see. You don't need to remind them. All they need is just support. See now, oh, now that's when everything is, now that's nice. Yeah, that is when I'm, woo, this topic is just, this topic, depending on who you are, where you are you on the receiving end? Are you the one who is offering all of these things, trying to, help this person? It just depends on who you are in this scenario. And it can be very interesting depending also on whether this person is working towards that potential that you see in them, that greatness that you see in them. If they're working towards that, your effort will be welcomed. It will be welcomed as support. You are seeing me as I see myself. As I'm working towards this, it's nice to have somebody who supports me. So anyway, let's just watch the clip that I got from TikTok. That it kind of summarizes everything that I said, but also she has a few points that I did not mention, and I think she'll explain them much better than I can.
Signs that you are dating them for the potential of who they could be. You often find yourself being the teacher. Having serious conversations about what you want and what the relationship looks like is important. But if you're thinking things like, oh, they just need to grow up a little bit more, if I stay with them, maybe that will change. Or, oh, they're a little flaky, but if I date them, maybe they'll be more serious. Believe me, I have been here, but you cannot be the person that teaches them to change. Because the relationship will not be equal and they will have resentment. You're ignoring red flags, but you're convincing yourself that you're just trying to be open-minded. You know deep down there are some fundamental things that are very different between you two. You keep convincing yourself because coming at number 3, you fantasize of this perfect relationship you can have with them. Or you stay because being with them is easier than being alone. It feeds into your own insecurities. So the thought of not having them anymore scares you.
Thank you very much for watching my videos. We are thinking a lot. This is episode 2. Bye. See you next time. Bye.